So we all know that there was a very, very blasphemous act that the Paris Olympics performed in its opening ceremony, where they mocked the Christian Last Supper, the most precious moment in Christianity, where Jesus institutes the Eucharist, where he gives us his body, blood, soul, and divinity. They chose to mock Christians during the open ceremony. And praise God, there are a ton of lively Christians out there who protested this and expressed their dissatisfaction very publicly on social media. And so it caused such a backlash that the Olympics was forced to apologize, but really it's no apology at all. Here's what they said. They say clearly there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. Yeah, no, that wasn't clear. In fact, it was clear that there was an intention to disrespect Christians. Is anyone actually buying this? Really? No intention to disrespect Christians when you have a group of transgenders in drag mocking this most precious moment of Christianity? I'm not buying it. They then speak of their intention and their ambition of being inclusive, and they say this ambition was achieved. Yeah, not really. The only group that was included in this ceremony was transgenders and drags. Pretty much everyone else was not included. This was a celebration of transgenderism and that alone. Nothing else. And Christians were especially excluded. And then they say, if people have taken any offense, we are really sorry. That's a non-apology. That's saying, well, hey, I'm sorry if you're offended by what I did. That's not an apology. An apology would be, I am so sorry for doing something offensive, not, I'm sorry if you were offended. So really, this was not an apology from the Olympics. And I support all those Christians who stand up against the Olympics and are calling for a boycott. Now, I had somebody ask me, well, what about all those athletes who have spent all their time investing in sports? You're going to boycott the Olympics? Yes, all the more reason to boycott them. They're disrespecting all of those athletes who spent their time investing themselves into sports, and they sabotaged their hard work by introducing a ridiculous message, by pandering to the transgender groups out there, instead of focusing on the real purpose of the event, which was sports. So yes, I am in favor of boycotting anyone who intends to disrespect Christians. We will not stand for that. Now, I also want you to take a look at what Bishop Robert Barron has said in response to this non-apology from the Paris Olympics. Take a look.
This is Bishop Barron. A few days ago I did a video complaining about this outrageous opening ceremony at the Olympics, and the video went viral. And frankly, I had no intention of returning to the issue until this morning. I saw the so-called apology from the organizing committee, and I thought it's anything but an apology. In fact, it's kind of a masterpiece of woke duplicity. And so I just wanted to say a few things, because if they felt this is meant to mollify Christians, I would think again. Here's some of the things that were said. Clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. Give me a break. So we have a group of drag queens cavorting in a kind of sexually provocative way, clearly an imitation of Da Vinci's Last Supper, which presents to the world the Last Supper of Jesus. And no disrespect was meant. You think anyone takes that seriously? I love this. We tried to celebrate community tolerance. Yeah, tolerance. Except for those pesky 2.6 billion Christians on the planet. Everyone's welcome, everyone's tolerated, all this lovely diversity, until you get to anyone that disagrees with your ideology, like these 2.6 billion people. So don't give me this business about tolerance and diversity. And then we believe this ambition, celebrating tolerance, was achieved. Well, I wonder what planet they're living on if they think that harmony and peace and all this was achieved by this clear affront to Christians. And then at the very end, a standard bit of condescension. If people have taken any offense, we're truly sorry. In other words, if you're so simple-minded and stupid to have been offended by this wonderful expression of French culture. Well, we're sorry about that. Christians were offended because it was offensive, and it was intended to be offensive. So please don't patronize us with this condescending remark about, well, if you had any, bad feelings, we're awfully sorry about that. Again, if people think this is somehow going to mollify people all over the Christian world who are outraged by what happened, I would recommend thinking again. And a real apology would be something like, this was a mistake, it should never have been done, and we're sorry for it. I don't think Christians should be mollified. I think we should keep raising our voices.
Well, I totally agree with Bishop Barron. Echoes my sentiments wholeheartedly. If you agree with Bishop Barron, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts there in the comment section. God bless.